Class 12th, Chapter number 8, Human Health and Diseases. Questions from the exemplar published by NCERT. Question number 1. The term health is defined in many ways. The most accurate definition of the health would be option A. Health is the state of body and mind in a balanced condition. Health is the reflection of a smiling face. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well being. Health is the symbol of economic prosperity. So, here the correct answer would be option C, that is, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well being. Question number 2. The organism which cause disease in plants and animals are called option A, pathogens, option B, vectors, option C, insects, or option D, worms. So here the correct answer would be the organism which causes diseases in plants and animals are called pathogens. Question number 3. The chemical test that is used for the diagnosis of typhoid is ELISA test, ESR test, PCR test, or Vidal test. Here the answer will be for typhoid we use Vidal test. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Diseases are broadly grouped into infectious and non-infectious diseases. In the list given below, identify the infectious disease. So here the options are cancer, influenza, allergy, and smallpox. So among these, which are the infectious one? Cancer is not infectious. Influenza, yes, it is infectious. Allergy, again, it's not infectious. Okay. And smallpox, yes, it is a viral disease, it is infectious. So correct answer will be influenza and smallpox, they are infectious disease. Next question. The sporozoites that cause infection when a female Anopheles mosquito bites a human being are formed in liver of human, RBCs of mosquito, or is it salivary gland of mosquito, or intestine of human? So where it is formed? It is formed in the salivary glands of mosquito. Okay, the sporozoites that causes infection when a female Anopheles mosquito bites a human being are formed where? They are formed in the salivary glands of the mosquito. Now the next question, the disease chikungunya is transmitted by houseflies, Aedes mosquito, cockroaches, or female Anopheles? Answer here will be chikungunya is caused by, it is transmitted by Aedes mosquito. Okay. Next question. Many diseases can be diagnosed by observing the symptoms in the patient. Which group of symptoms are indicative of pneumonia? Difficulty in respiration, fever, chills, cough, headache, or it is constipation, abdominal pain, cramps, or blood clot, nasal congestion, discharge, cough, sore throat, or headache, or is it high fever, weakness, stomach pain, loss of appetite, and constipation? So pneumonia. In pneumonia, the symptoms which are observed are given in option A, that is difficulty in respiration, fever, chills will be there, and cough and headache. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Genes causing cancer are structural genes, expressor genes, oncogenes, or regulatory genes. So the cancer causing genes, they are called oncogenes. Option C. Oncogenes are the genes causing cancer. Next question. In malignant tumor, the cell proliferate, grow rapidly, and move to other parts of body to form new tumors. This stage of disease is called metagenesis, metastasis, teratogenesis, or mitosis? Here answer will be metastasis. Okay, so what is metastasis? In this, what will happen? That in malignant tumor, the cell will start proliferating, they will grow rapidly and move to other parts of the body. This is called as metastasis. Okay, next question. When an apparently healthy person is diagnosed as unhealthy by a psychiatrist, the reason could be that the patient was not efficient at his work, the patient was not economically prosperous, the patient shows behavioral and social maladjustment, and the last option given is he does not take interest in sports. So, in the question, it is given when an apparently healthy person is diagnosed as unhealthy by a psychiatrist. Okay, so healthy person diagnosed as unhealthy by a psychiatrist means that there is some symptoms or some changes are being shown in the behavior, or maybe there is some social maladjustment. Okay, it has nothing to do with the working capacity of the person. Yes, indirectly it may affect, or the patient was not economically prosperous. This cannot be answered at all. Does not taking interest in sports is also quite fine, means it has nothing to do with any no any health conditions. Okay, so not taking interest in sports cannot be answer. Was not efficient at his work, indirectly it may affect, because if you are socially and emotionally or everything is not fine, then maybe your working efficiency get affected. But here the most correct answer will be this one, where the patient shows behavioral maladjustment. Behavioral is changed, it is not person's behavior has shown as has gone through some drastic change and is not able to adjust as per the society. So that may show some kind of psychiatric help may be required to that person. Okay, so anyways, moving on to the next question. Which of the following are the reasons for rheumatoid arthritis? Choose the correct option. So first one is given, lymphocytes become more active, okay, in case of rheumatoid arthritis, or is it that body attacks self cells, or is it that more antibodies are produced in the body, or there is the ability to differentiate pathogens or the foreign molecules from self cell is lost. So here if you see, rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease where the body cells are not able to recognize their self cells and start attacking them. Okay, so here the body attacks the self cell, this is correct, and the ability to differentiate. Okay, this in this what happens, our body's ability to differentiate a pathogen or a foreign molecule from the self cell is lost. Okay, and because of that they start attacking the own cell. We call, so rheumatoid arthritis is one of the autoimmune disease. So here we see second and fourth option is correct, so this will be your answer. Okay, now moving on to the next question. AIDS is caused by HIV. Among the following, which one is not a mode of transmission of HIV? Transfusion of contaminated blood, sharing the infected needles, shaking hands with infected person, sexual contact with the infected person. So here answer will be shaking hands with infected person is not going to cause HIV. Okay, rest all like transmission of contaminated blood, sharing infected needles and sexual contact with the infected person will cause HIV. Okay, moving on to the next one, smack. Smack is a drug obtained from latex of Papaver somniferum, leaves of Cannabis sativa, flowers of Dhatura, or fruits of Ardoxyl coca. So here the correct answer is option A, that is latex of Papaver somniferum. Okay, smack is a drug, it is obtained from the latex of Papaver somniferum. Moving on to the next one, the substance produced by a cell in viral infection that can protect other cells from further infection is serotonin, colostrum, interferon, or histamine. So here the substance produced by a cell in viral infection that can protect other cells from further infection is called as interferons. Okay, so interferons are those cells that are being produced whenever we get virus infection is there, and what will happen, those interferons are going to not allow the virus to further proliferate or infect other cells. Okay, moving on to the next question. Transplantation of tissues or organs to save certain patients often fails due to rejection of such tissues organs by the patient. Which type of immune response is responsible for such type of rejections? Is it autoimmune or humoral immune response, physiological or cell mediated immune response? Yes, so it is actually here, it is a cell mediated immune response. Okay, so whenever there is a transplantation, when a tissue or suppose an organ is being transplanted, so what happens, there is a cell mediated immune response. There is rejection, means the if the cell types are not matching, then that particular tissue or the organ is being rejected. We call that as a cell mediated immune response. Okay, and that is the reason why tissue matching or blood group matching is done before any transplantation. Okay, and which type of lymphocytes are responsible for this cell mediated immune response? It is T lymphocytes. Okay, you should remember this. Cell mediated immune response is it is mediated by T lymphocytes. Okay, T lymphocytes. Fine, moving on to the next one. Antibodies present in the colostrum, that is the first milk, okay, released by mother. So antibodies present in the colostrum which protects the newborn from certain diseases is of IgG type, A type, D type, or is it E type? So here the answer will be, it is immunoglobulin A type. Okay, so the antibodies present in the colostrum which protects the newborn from other diseases is of which type? Immunoglobulin A type. Fine. Tobacco consumption is known to stimulate secretion of adrenaline and noradrenaline. The component causing this could be nicotine, tannic acid, curamine, or catechin. Here the correct answer will be, in tobacco what we find is nicotine. Okay, so it is the nicotine that is responsible for stimulating the secretion of adrenaline and noradrenaline hormone. Antivenom against the snake poison will contain what? It will contain antigen or antigen antibody complex, antibodies or enzymes. So antivenom against the snake poison itself is an antigen, right? So against it, the medicine which we are going to give, or the antivenom, will contain or should contain what? It will contain antibodies. Moving on to the next one. Which of the following is not a lymphoid tissue? Spleen, tonsil, appendix, or thymus? Here appendix, it is not a lymphoid tissue. Okay, spleen is a lymphoid tissue, tonsil is a lymphoid, thymus is also a lymphoid tissue, but appendix is not a lymphoid tissue. Which of the following gland is large sized in at birth but reduces in size with aging? Yes, answer will be thymus. Thymus is that gland which is large in size at the time of birth, but it keeps on reducing in size with age. Okay, now moving on to the next one. Haemozoin is a precursor of hemoglobin, is a toxin from streptococcus, a toxin from plasmodium species, or toxin from Haemophilus species. So haemozoin is a Haemozoin is what? It is a toxin from plasmodium species. Okay, next one. Which of the following is not the causal organism for ringworm? Microsporum, Trichophyton, Epidemophyton or Macrosporum? Here the answer will be Macrosporum is not the causal organism. Microsporum will cause, Trichophyton and Epidermophyton will cause ringworm. Okay, but there is nothing called macrosporum, it is microsporum. So microsporum may cause ringworm, Trichophyton may cause, and Epidermophyton. Microsporum, Trichophyton and Epidermophyton may cause ringworm. Okay, next one. A person with sickle cell anemia is more prone to malaria, more prone to typhoid, less prone to malaria, or less prone to typhoid. Okay, here the answer will be the person who is suffering from sickle cell anemia will be less prone to malaria. Okay.